As he stepped out into the bright sunshine. Oh, hi guys. Sorry, didn't see you there. You're all so quiet. Not like you. Anyway, I'm just reading back through the paragraph from last lesson. You can read along too if you like. As he stepped out into the bright sunshine, Gregory turned his cap around to shade his chestnut brown eyes. He lifted his hand to shield his face as he scanned the assembled crowd for his welcoming party. Since he had only ever seen photographs of them, this made the task rather difficult. After a quick scan left and right, Gregory noticed an elderly couple standing side by side, waving and beaming happily in his direction. As she waved, the woman's loose-fitting flannel dress rippled, and the polka-dot bag she wore on her shoulder threatened to go crashing to the floor. The man, meanwhile, was waving a little less enthusiastically, as if self-conscious, and, after a moment, his big, strong hand fell back down to his side. Gregory began to walk slowly and uncertainly over to them, almost tripping over his shoelaces as he did so. He recognized the kindness of her face from the photographs he had seen at home, and as he got closer, he saw strands of wispy white-grey hair poking out from below her hat. As he caught the scent of her flowery perfume, Gregory's heart began to beat quickly in his chest. It was suddenly real. He was about to meet his granny and grandpa. Okay, so last lesson we were looking at how to show and not tell the reader about your characters, and you should have something which looks a bit like this. So, for example, what I wanted the reader to know in my paragraph, to start with, I wanted it to know it was sunny, and I thought I might as well chuck in a bit about Gregory being cool. So what I said was, as he stepped out into the bright sunshine, Gregory turned his cap around to shade his chestnut brown eyes. Now, the fact that he turned his cap around suggests to the reader that he was wearing it backwards to start with, and most of us would associate that with him being quite cool. The next thing I wanted to say was that he's just arrived somewhere new. In order to tell the reader, to show the reader that and not tell them, I wrote, he scanned the assembled crowd for his welcoming party. Now, I want the reader to know that he's not met his grandparents before, and at this point of the paragraph, in fact, they don't even know that he's going to meet his grandparents, so I keep that right until the end of the paragraph. But to tell the readers that he's not met them before, I said since he had only ever seen photographs of them, this made the task rather difficult. And the next part of my paragraph started to describe what his grandparents looked like and how they were feeling. Gregory noticed an elderly couple, so they're old, standing side by side, waving and beaming happily in his direction. I've used the adverb happily there to show that they're feeling really happy to see Gregory. As she waved, the woman's loose-fitting flannel dress rippled, and the polka-dot handbag she wore threatened to go crashing to the floor. Now, in that sentence, I've actually managed to describe what she's wearing and how she's feeling. If the handbag is about to go crashing to the floor, she must be waving very enthusiastically. Okay. Now, today you're going to write your full paragraph of character description. You can base this around your work from last lesson. Before you get going, however, I'd like you to have a think about what else, apart from showing, not telling, you might need to think about and include in your paragraphs. In other words, we need a success criteria to keep us on track. Just have a chat with your parents, pets and partners. What makes a good description? And here's the list I made earlier. We should use a range of rich and varied adjectives to help describe the character. For example, in my paragraph, chestnut brown for the eyes and wispy for the hair. We should use adverbs to help describe feelings and actions. From my story, Gregory walked slowly and uncertainly. He wasn't feeling too sure about going to meet his grandparents. He was a little bit nervous. We should also try and include some other senses besides what your character can see. For example, in mine, as he caught the scent of her flowery perfume, so I'm explaining to the reader what he can smell. And once you're done, I'd like you to have a go at editing, using a dictionary to check your spellings, a thesaurus to improve your word choices, and looking back through the success criteria to make sure you've got everything. Okay, that's enough from me. Off you go to your tables, and I look forward to reading your extremely detailed character descriptions. Good luck!